Hello and welcome to the epson-tour live from Atlantic Beach Country Club. This is the inaugural Atlantic Beach Classic right here on GK Live TV. We are so thrilled to be here. My name is Diane Knox-Bayless, and yes, we are here in rainy Atlantic Beach near downtown Jacksonville. Our weather has been glorious for the last little while, and I guess if you watched the Players' Championship last week at TBC Sawgrass, you would have seen the fact that the weather was spectacular. Yesterday, for the opening round, the girls did have some great weather, but today is a completely different story. As you can see, we are looking at the driving range right now, and it's rainy, it's windy. I'm starting to think that I may be the jinx. You throw a Scottish girl into the broadcast, and of course, it starts raining. But we are here, and it's going to be an amazing 2 days of action on GK Live TV from the inaugural Atlantic Beach Classic. Now, this week, the epson-tour concludes its 3-week long Florida swing. 132 players taking on Atlantic Beach Country Club. And we have a lot of money up for grabs, as well as extremely valuable points. As you know, a $300,000 purse up for grabs, and those points in the season long race for the card. Now, it's been expanded for the 2024 season, and we're going to see 15 players earn LPGA Tour status at the end of the year. Now, as I said, this is, well, the third tournament of the epson-tour season and the first edition of the Atlantic Beach Classic. This course, actually, Atlantic Beach Country Club, is steeped in history when it comes to golf. Professional golf tournaments for 3 years, 2016, 2017, and 2018. The Corn Ferry Tour Championship was held here, and obviously a lot of guys were competing to earn their PGA Tour cards. So for 3 years, that was going on here. But if you want to go back even further, actually before it was Atlantic Beach Country Club, it was the Selva Marina Country Club. There's a big redesign in 2014, and the Greater Jacksonville Open used to be held here. Now, if you're a bit of a golf buff, then you may associate the Greater Jacksonville Open with Jack Nicklaus, who once made an albatross on the 18th hole, which is amazing. That's one moment in his career that people definitely still go back and talk about. So, as I said, this course has been through a lot. It's hosted many professional golf tournaments, and well, they have put on a real show for the epson-tour this week. There's amazing local restaurants. There's everywhere you look, there's some form of entertainment or hospitality. So we're going to have a look. Obviously, this is day 2 of the tournament. And yesterday we had an impressive start by Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White, who went out there and they both shot a 63. So, well, I mean, that 8 under par round was extremely impressive. And we talked about the 18th hole and Jack Nicklaus with his albatross. Well, it's a par 5. And both Sarah and Lauren eagled yesterday. So they're not out until a little bit later on today, 1:57 p.m. for Lauren and Sarah at 1:24. Sarah is playing for a bigger purpose this week, and she sadly lost her grandmother last week. So this week, Sarah has a little extra motivation. She's playing with a lot of emotion in her life, a lot of weight on her shoulders, and obviously experiencing a lot of grief as well. But she has taken her grandmother with her to the Atlantic Beach Classic, and she said that usually when she finishes a round, she would text her and tell her how many birdies and how many eagles she shot that day. So her grandmother was definitely with her yesterday for that 63. But as I said, a pair of 63s, as you can see on the leaderboard right there. Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White getting off to extremely hot starts. Also, Jessica Porvasnik, she yesterday went out and shot 7 under, but a little bit different story for her right now because she is 2 over through 10, 5 under total. Tricky conditions today. The wind is really blowing. You're probably going to hear it and see it on our coverage throughout the day. But Hannah Levy Armour, she is 2 under through 15 to get to 7 under today. And we'll be keeping you up to date with that leaderboard as the day goes on. But our two leaders at the top, Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White, both on 8 under par. So we're here with live play-by-play coverage on holes 16, 17 and 18 at Atlantic Beach Country Club. As I said, I'm Diane Knox-Bayless and I am so happy to be here, especially because I live in Jacksonville, only about 10-15 minutes from the course. So it's great to have this as a home event, as a real local tournament. The weather is not affecting things out here. Well, people just have jackets on, hoods up, an abundance of umbrellas and rain gear. But, you know, it's just one of those things. And the biggest challenge would have been the fact that yesterday in the opening round, the weather was so perfect. It was 75, there was not a cloud in the sky, there was hardly a breath of wind. And then they come out today and the conditions have 180'd completely. It's very, very windy. They've got rain, colder temperatures. They've got to worry about keeping their grips dry. The caddies really have their work cut out for them. So, you know, yesterday's conditions to today, completely different day for the players and for the caddies too, who are going to have to do a lot of work to keep the clubs and the players dry out there. Heavier bags with all that rain gear and wet towels too. But yes, as you can see on the range, yeah, we have a little bit of water on our camera. Water and condensation, that's going to be a problem all day long today. But we're just going to be watching the action out here, and of course the girls are going to be battling through the elements to get going right now. So a huge amount of talent. It's no surprise that the epson-tour and this course are just going to put on such a fantastic event for the first ever Atlantic Beach Classic. And yeah, we went through the course history and you know what's going on, but this is a huge event. It's a big time because we have 15 rookies and 6 Florida natives who are competing this week. Jacksonville native Amelia Lewis in the field, so we'll be talking about her a little bit later on. We've got 3 sponsor exemptions: Sarah McKevitt, Stephanie Connolly Eisworth, and Michaela Fitzpatrick. Both McKevitt and Fitzpatrick are epson-tour members. And Connolly Eisworth is the most experienced of the group with 4 years of LPGA Tour membership under her belt. The other thing is the epson-tour saw 2 massive changes to the race to the card heading into the 2024 season. The first big change was we went from a money-based system to a points-based system. Now, the points are going to be the same for every event except for the season-ending event, the epson-tour Championship, and that's in Indian Wells in California. Additionally, the top 15 players in the race for the card will now earn LPGA Tour membership for the 2025 season. Right, so you can see 18 right now, and that's Benedetta Moresco, who is Italian, on the tee right now. She is wearing some brave colours for the weather conditions today. Not happy with that one. Shouting 4 right off the tee for Moresco. And we've got spotters on 16, 17 and 18, and her ball seems to be over by one of our cameramen. This is Group 20 and Irene Kim from California. She is on the tee on the 18th hole right now. And we'll go down the leaderboards and check how these girls are doing. Sorry, this is actually Jessica Peng who's on the tee on 18 right now. And she's watching it, but nice pickup of the tee, and off she goes. Jessica joins Benedetta in the right-hand portion of the fairway here on 18, 18 being a par 5. Currently, the projected cut line, the cut taking place at the end of today, is +1. So we'll be keeping an eye on the cut all day to see where we're at. And with the 18 being a par 5, it is unreachable for pretty much the entire field. So we're going to be seeing the majority of the players laying up. So the rain continuing to fall here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. And you can see the girls who are out a little bit later on the range right now, putting in that work, adjusting their games to deal with the situation and the conditions that they're going to have thrown at them this afternoon. I keep checking the weather forecast, and it doesn't look too bright, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It says it's going to rain until 4 p.m. and then we just have the little wind sign. So it's I don't think we're going to have much respite from the conditions at all today. But it's just a case of adjusting, getting warm, getting the body loose, putting in the work right now, and getting prepared for what could be a long day for many. But it's going to be interesting to see how our leaders fare today after going out and shooting those opening 63s, Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White. So Stevenson out at 1:57 p.m. and White at 1:24. And as I said, it doesn't look like things are going to change much. So our group that we just saw teeing off on 18, they are in the fairway. And don't forget, we have got live coverage on 16, 17, and 18 today. Okay, so over to 18 fairway, and this is Irene Kim with her second shot. Again, laying up on this hole, and she looks good, pretty much in the center of the fairway. All right. Benedetta Moresco, this is her second shot on 18. Now we can see the two balls pretty much side by side there for Jessica and Benedetta. All right, and a nice close-up of the ground there, and just punching it out there, not being in that much of a favorable lie. But with it being the par 5, as we said, it's pretty much unreachable for the majority of the field. So Jessica Peng up next, and she'll be playing her second shot on the 18th hole. All right, you can see the umbrella and just how much it is moving. Again, just a punch out for her. And the ground is so soft, as you can see there. All right, you can see there running to get under the umbrella. and a little bit of shelter in amongst the palm trees, which, as we said, the weather has been so nice here. And in the opening round, the girls had just amazing conditions. So slightly different today. Benedetta Moresco. All right. So 17 green. Our group are just finishing up there. We were just checking in with our group who are playing 18. Benedetta Moresco, her score, she's 1 over for the day, 4 over total for her through the first edition of the Atlantic Beach Classic.
I'm on my way.
Irene Kim, she's 1 under today, but didn't get off to a great start yesterday. She's 8 over total, playing her third shot shortly on the 18th. And we will check the score for Jessica Peng. So just waiting for our group to finish up on 18 green. And then we will see the third shots from the 18th fairway here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. Jessica Peng today as well. She's 1 over, 5 over total for the tournament. And as it stands right now, we're looking at a projected cut of 1 over par.
Okay, all set.
So Irene Kim up first, hitting her third shot on 18.
I thought the one by the bunker was, but not.
Sorry, Jessica Peng from the 18th, hitting her third shot into this green. Looking to stick this one. This green has been causing problems today. We're looking at a back left pin position. We have water to the side as well. And to be honest, most people coming up short here. That was a nice shot from Jessica, who hits it long. Maybe I jinxed that completely there. She is just in the fringe. Irene Kim, her third shot, changing clubs. So she's back and forth to the bag.
Went dead into it in this hole.
And dead into the wind here. You can see I'm sitting behind 18 green and the flag is blowing. And those umbrellas too, giving it away. And Irene has hit her third shot. She has got to be quite happy with that. Spinning back a little bit towards the front of the green, but she's in the front left portion of the green. And that's the best shot I've seen into the 18th for quite a while. And the third player in this group, Benedetta Moresco, our Italian, playing her third shot into the 18th green here. Just as she's about to hit, the wind looks to have changed direction. So there she goes. She's leaning, but she hit that way out to the right. So Irene Kim in the best position as they all approach the 18th green of this par 5. And the girls walking up, you can watch their umbrellas over their bags and really get an idea of what the conditions are like here. You also see that flag on the 18th green, and moving pretty aggressively, but the wind keeps changing direction as well. We've got a real swirling wind here today at this exposed 18th green, par 5 here. And yesterday, as I said, our two leaders who shot 63, both with eagles on this final hole. This group teed off on 10, so this as their ninth. And we'll see if they can maximize here. It's going to be Jessica Peng, who is in the back portion, just off the green here. Putter in hand. And she's going to have a real all three have putter in hand right now. So even though Benedetta is off the green, she is going to be putting here. She's got that big bump. This is going to be an interesting putt. She's going to have to really judge the speed here. Putting from off the green, but such a closely mown down area. She thinks that she can definitely maximize with putter in hand here. She strikes the ball over that bump. This is where she really is going to have to judge the speed, but the line is pretty good. That is an excellent putt. Great attempt from Benedetta there, and she's going to have a short one for par on this 18th hole, her ninth of the day. That was pure skill there. What an amazing, amazing judge of speed for that putt. And she had the line spot on too. She'll be happy with that one. All right, and then next up we have Jessica Peng. This is her birdie putt. She's 1 over for the day, 5 over total. And just off the back of this green here, this is going to be a quick putt. Again, she plays that one out to the left, and it's curling in. That was a great judge as well. She played a good bit of break on that. And Jessica's going to tidy up here on 18 for her par. And then Irene Kim is our final player in this group. And her approach was the best of the bunch. Checking to see where Irene Kim is right now. And she had a very tricky opening round. She shot 9 over yesterday, but she's 1 under today after a birdie on the 16th hole to put her at +8. And if this one drops, she'll be 2 under for the day. This is the girls making the turn here after teeing off on 10. She strikes the ball. The line looks great, and she's got it. Excellent putt. Well done, Irene Kim. She is 2 under for the day through 9 holes. That was an absolutely fantastic putt. Tell you, all three really good putts, with Irene making her birdie, Jessica, who made her par, and the same for Benedetta Moresco as well. So these girls, after teeing off on the 10th, they are through 9 now. What a fantastic birdie from Irene. So after what we said was a tricky day for her yesterday, then nice for her to be 2 under tonight. So this is the Epson-tour Road to the LPGA, and we are here at Atlantic Beach Country Club for the first edition of the Atlantic Beach Classic. purse of $300,000 this week. And yesterday we saw two opening 63s from Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White. Very impressive. And as we said, conditions were very different to what we're seeing today at Atlantic Beach Country Club, just outside Jacksonville in Florida. We'll be right back with the action in just a second. We are live from Atlantic Beach Country Club for the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic here on the epson-tour. This is GK Live TV, and we are so proud to be the official streaming sponsor of this tournament. And well, hopefully you're enjoying our coverage. We are streaming holes 16, 17, and 18 here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. I'm Diane Knox Bayless, and I am so happy to be here. The weather, well, I feel like every time I am broadcasting for GK Live TV, it's raining. So I don't know if I'm the jinx. As I said earlier, you throw a Scottish person in and we get the rain. But very different conditions today compared to the opening round yesterday. Obviously, poses a lot of challenges for the field, and we've been tracking what's been going on 16, 17, and on 18. Now we're here on 18. It's a par 5, but pretty much unreachable into for the entire field. So we're going to see majority laying up, and this is the third shot
Decide who's away.
for Rachel Rohana. And you can see those bunkers, obviously. Rachel won over for the day, 3 under for the tournament after a nice opening
Looks like
round
she's
for her yesterday.
third.
So this is Rachel about to play her third shot on this par 5 18th. Backing off again. And you'll see some girls with caddies this week, some without. It's definitely a day where
She
it would
played
be
from the middle of 10
advantageous
fairway to get here.
to have your caddy. Rohana actually played from the middle of the 10th fairway to get here. So a little issue off the tee that didn't seem to derail her too much, but she has struck that shot into the 18th green. She's playing that slope. And that is a fantastic shot from Rohana, who is, well, pretty much pin high. And wow, that was really good. With that wind, that was a very skillful shot into this 18th green. So ball has been struck. We have another ball coming into this green on 18. And we have our group approaching the green here on 18th as well. Conditions, obviously, as I said, a lot different today compared to yesterday. So the girls would have really had to take the time to adjust. There's been a lot of rain overnight and into this morning, and very windy as well. We keep watching the flag on 18, and the flag here on the 18th green seems to be changing direction a lot. We've got a bit of a swirly wind here today. Some of the girls on the field will have caddies, as you'll see. Some are going it alone today. As I said a little while ago, it would be definitely beneficial to have a caddy out there to help you keep your clubs dry, keep your grips dry. Um, it's not exactly cold here. It's just wet, and the rain doesn't look like it's going to ease for the rest of the day here. But hey, listen, it's I was going to say it's Florida. They call it the Sunshine State, but Florida actually has more rain than any other state in the US, which is a little nugget of information that this Scottish person likes to throw out every now and again. So we have Crystal Wang, Rachel Rohana, and Zhuyi Chang in this group on the 18th green. Hi there. And just saying hello to Rachel's caddy. I'm sitting right behind 18th green, so I'm in a nice position to catch them all as they're walking. And finishing their front nine. Okay. So for birdie here, again, having to play over that ridge on the green. Really going to have to judge the speed well here. Looks great so far. Keep coming, keep coming. And that's the area of the green that you really want to avoid, that front lower portion, because you have to really get over that ridge, and then you downhill towards the pin, towards the water. That body of water on this 18th green is intimidating. And here's McDevitt on the 18th tee. As we said, this is the par 5. And we will watch her give this all she's got. And she strikes it. She's watching it. And we'll get an update on where that ball landed. Sarah Lynn McKevitt from Jacksonville in the field on a sponsor's exemption this week. Okay. Another crack off the 18th tee. We just saw Sarah McKevitt, the first to hit in this group, and she is an epson-tour member. But good for her to have a sponsor's exemption into the field this week, bearing in mind she's from Jacksonville. You might have heard me gasp there. I have a whole big pile of my pairings sheets here, and I'm keeping them tucked under my laptop. But the gust was just so severe that it blew them to the 18th green. So I have some volunteers that are helping me chase after them, because I'm connected to our desk here, so there's nowhere I can go. Oh no, now I'm embarrassed. Rachel Rohana missing her birdie attempt there. And here we go, putting for par. This is a This is a tricky hole location today. And we've seen it tripping up a few players. So a bogey on 18. My lovely volunteer who is out there collecting the oh no, oh the sheets for me. Listen, this is we're doing live coverage, and it's the weather's not great. These are just some of the the, the pitfalls of live golf coverage. This volunteer here, see, giving me the thumbs up. Thank you so much. And everybody at home, I'm sure you all appreciate the fact that they've been helping me greatly. Honestly, the weather today has been tricky. And I always talk about this when we're doing coverage in the rain is that rain gear is always dark colors. We always have the black and the navy. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. There we go. Okay, so now we have one very wet pairing sheet. So I'm going to fold this one up and keep it off to the side. I think people are laughing at me, but it's all part of it. Thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying our coverage here from Atlantic Beach Country Club. It's the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic here on the Epson-Tour, the road to the LPGA. We've got 15 rookies teeing it up this week. And well, this is the third week of the new points system on the Epson-Tour. The top 15 players in the race for the card will now earn LPGA Tour membership for the 2025 season. So we have a full field, 132 player field this week. Tomorrow, the tournament comes to an end, and the winner will be walking away with $45,000. Definitely one of the larger purses of the Epson-Tour season. The cut's going to be made at the end of today. Top 60 and ties. So you can see everyone putting in work prior to their second round on the range right now. Getting used to the weather conditions, bearing in mind they are so different to what we saw in the opening round. Yesterday, the sun was shining. It was 75, not a cloud in the sky, glorious. The volunteers are looking at me like, see, the weather yesterday is so good, and today, I know, they're shaking their heads. But I tell you, the volunteers have got great pink hats. I love your hats. They look so good, really good. And you know what? Everyone's still got such a smile on their face as well. So that's it. It's just, I said I live in Jacksonville, and the Atlantic Beach Country Club, I've been here for quite a few events, professional events before. The Corn Ferry Tour Championships were held here for 3 years, and I covered every one of those. And it's a club where the members fully get involved in the professional events that they host. And I know this week that a lot of the members have got girls staying at their houses. They're hosting them, their families, their caddies. I know the members are coming out in their droves to support even in this terrible weather. So it's the first of the Atlantic Beach Classics, but definitely not going to be the last. The wind is really gusting here. The rain has actually stopped, which is good news. But the wind sure is gusting here at Atlantic Beach Country Club, not far from the ocean. But it's not going to be a beach day today once the girls sign their scorecards, that's for sure. Now, in the opening round yesterday, we saw a couple of 63s, which was just such impressive play from Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White. They set the pace in the morning. Hung around. Maybe they went to the beach yesterday, I don't know, but waiting to see if the afternoon groups were going to catch them, and they didn't. Sarah White actually got off to a bit of a slow start, bogeyed her third hole of the day, but that was the only blemish on her card. The eagle on 18, obviously being the highlight for her and for Lauren as well. Sarah playing with a heavy heart this week, having lost her grandmother last week, and she said that she's got her grandmother with her. So yesterday it was it was a, I'm sure, emotional day for her, but at the same time, she shot a great 63 to set the pace nice and early here. So we'll be checking them as they tee off just before 2 p.m. this afternoon. But big event. This is the final event of the Florida swing, so to speak. Here, the third tournament of the epson-tour season. One of just two new tournaments on the 2024 schedule. And as I said, one of the larger purses this week. So we'll have a little look at the leaderboard as play continues into round two. We actually have Hannah Levy Armour, who is approaching 18 green right now. She teed off nice and early this morning, 1 under as she heads to the final hole, putting her at 6 under total and currently in solo fourth. Shot 66 in the opening round. So we will see what Hannah's going to do on this par 5 18th when we switch back over there. But, you know, the preparation heading into round two when the conditions are so different to round one, you know, that's, these girls are out on the range nice and early, maybe putting in a little bit more preparation just to get acclimatized and used to the fact that whatever they saw in the opening round and in their practice rounds at Atlantic Beach Country Club, the conditions going to be very different today. So, as I said, the rain has stopped. I would like to say we have bright skies. I'll say brighter skies. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a case of navigating the wind, and the rain is supposed to fall pretty much all day until around 4 p.m. So just heavier bags today. Some of the girls out there with their caddies, some of them don't have caddies and are going it solo with the umbrella attached to the bag. But obviously battling to make that cut and to play the final round tomorrow of the Atlantic Beach Classic. The projected cut right now is 1 over par. And we have coverage for you on 16, 17 and on 18 today. So you can see the range right now. I'm sitting right behind 18 green, and Hannah Levy Armour is walking up to the 18th green as we speak. This is her final hole of the day, and well, we're going to have 3 putts for birdie. But Hannah been having a great day. Well, she's 1 under. She birdied 6, 7, 10 and 14. She's coming off a bogey on 16. But Hannah looking to get things to 7 under par. And she's going to have a good chance here for sure. Also, Sarah Lynn McKevitt, who is our Jacksonville native. So we're going to have a check to see how Sarah's been getting on. But as we said, she is from Jacksonville. She's in the field on a sponsor's exemption this week. So I'm sure she's got some nice local support, family out cheering her on, family and friends. And Sarah she's 4 over today, not having the best day, 8 over total for the tournament. So we're not going to see Sarah play the final round tomorrow, but I'm sure she's had a great 2 days. And she has her epson-tour card, so we're going to see a lot more of Sarah over the upcoming season. Okay, so in this group on 18 green, I know you can see the range right now, but I'll try and paint a picture of what's going on here on the 18th green, bearing in mind that Hannah Levy Armour is in a great position today, and in difficult conditions, she has managed to make moves up this leaderboard. 1 under for the day. She's 6 under for the tournament, and in a second, she's going to be putting for birdie to try and get herself into a tie for third heading into the final round, currently anyway. You know, a lot of these putts on 18 are coming up short. I've seen quite a few of the girls leave their putts short here, but again, just different conditions to yesterday and different conditions to what they were practicing in. So it's just yeah, today, especially for the groups that teed off earlier, I'm sure it's been a bit of a slog because the weather now is a lot better than it was earlier this morning when we saw a lot of heavy rain. But Sarah McKevitt with her birdie attempt on 18 just didn't hit it high enough there. And we'll see how Hannah's going to get on and if she can get another birdie for the day to get it to 2 under par. All right. So still on the range here. But over on 18 green, we have Hannah Levy Armour, who's going to be putting for birdie here. So let's see her putt. So this is a big one for her, bearing in mind she's definitely in the mix. This would get her to 7 under par for the tournament if she can make this. Putter goes back, strikes the ball, and the line looks good just below the hole. That's going to be a nice par tap in for Hannah, and she's going to be happy with her second round of 1 under par. But she's still giving this one a good bit of attention. She wants to make sure that she can get in at 1 under for the day. And I'm sure she's going to be relieved to be signing that scorecard and spending her afternoon indoors. And as we said, Sarah Lynn McKevitt, our Jacksonville local, who's not going to be here for the weekend, but playing on a sponsor's exemption this week. And she has her epson-tour card for the season. So we're going to see a lot more of her. So we're here at Atlantic Beach Country Club in Jacksonville, Florida for the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic on the epson-tour. And Diane Knox-Bayless here on GK Live TV. On the 18th hole here, the par 5. And that was a nice par. Just to finish things off. And these girls who were the first group out this morning, I'm sure are going to be relieved to be done for the day. Big hugs on 18. All right, and a successful day for Hannah as she is in solo fourth at 6 under par after round 2. All right, so we are here on 17th green, and we're joined by another local, Amelia Lewis, here on 17T. Amelia's going to be hitting first. And our camera on 17T giving you a good indication of what the weather's like. Considering we've had a lot of rain, a lot of wind. Yeah, a bit of a delay here on 17 green, but we'll have a look to see what our group here is up to. Okay, so you can see some of the girls have caddies, some don't, but today would be one of the days that would it would definitely be advantageous, that's for sure. Amelia Lewis, as I said, she is our Jacksonville local. There we go. Nice little wipe of the camera for you so we can see things a little clearer. And we talk about the bad weather, but it's one of those days where it's been rainy and windy. Yes, the temperatures are down from yesterday. However, it's not cold, so we're seeing a lot of bare legs and covered arms. Amelia 3 over today, so she's been having a difficult day today. As I said, these girls that teed off early this morning definitely had the tougher draw. And she strikes that ball on 17. Even par for the tournament. Next up on the tee, our left-hander. And wow, look at that. What a follow through that was as she blasted that ball up there. And then the last one up in our group on 17T. And practice swings on the tee. We'll get an update on where those two balls have landed on the 17th. And backed off the ball there. As we said, the wind today seems to be, the wind has been swirling. So taking our time over this one on the tee, that's for sure, but definitely understandable. You can hear that that wind blowing, I'm sure. If you can hear it howling. And we'll, she's coming up to the ball now. And there she goes. Nice swing, and they're off, making their way down 17 fairway. All right, so we're getting an update that maybe the weather is starting to improve and the worst of the day is behind us. Here's hoping. The first of the Atlantic Beach Classics on the epson-tour. Actually, the one of two brand new tournaments on the schedule for 2024. And still a busy range, a lot of people putting in the work before their days get underway. I can see Hannah Levy Armour over beside me doing a couple of media interviews after her good day. I tell you what, my eating sheets keep flying everywhere. Okay, you can see the 16th green here. And if you watch the pin flags, you'll definitely get an indication of what our weather is like, what it's been like out here today. I just saw Sarah Lynn McKevitt, our Jacksonville native, who missed the cut, and she just said to the volunteers that she would rather miss by a lot than just a little bit. So, hey, it's another week, isn't it? But remember, our leaders with their opening 63s yesterday, Sarah White and Lauren Stevenson. And we're looking at 16th green right now, so we'll have a look to see what's going on there. Heather Lynn is just off the green on 16. So we'll have a look to see where her third shot is going to end up. She'll obviously be looking to get it close to try and save par. We also have Pinata Covenant and Amy Lee. It's not charging anymore. It went off. I don't know why. Amy Lee with her birdie attempt here on 16. Oh, it says it came up saying this was plugged in. Sorry, I don't know why. It was full. It's just drained. All right. Just having some iPad issues. Amy Lee is 2 over for the day today, 3 over for the tournament, as we're watching her on the 16th green. So this birdie would obviously be very welcomed for Amy. Okay. I just keep looking at the flags and that wind. This was our 7th group, teed off at 8:33 this morning. we'll watch them on 16.
Look me up, Daddy. Yep. Give me 1 second. We'll do a power outage here.
Yes, she's posted profile.
Pinata is going to be Sir Parpat. Pinata Kuvanan. And Pinata is actually level par for the tournament, 2 over today. And our projected cut looking at 1 over at this stage. So Pinata looking to finish strong. This would be huge for her. She's on the green and gets the ball rolling. Oh, just came up short. So 16th green here. And Heather Lynn. And let's have a look to see where she is. Heather Lynn, 2 over for the day, 3 over for the tournament, with our projected cut at 1 over. And tapping in there. All right, well, heading to the 18th fairway. This is Emma Talley, her third shot. And this being the par 5. She is right in the middle of the fairway as she approaches the green. And she is just off the green here on 18. So she is, as you can see, the ball is just at the very bottom of your screen there before we adjust our camera. Back to 18 fairway.
She finished. I was going to go get the third one.
And we're right in the thick of all the action here on the 18th fairway.
It's a long. I can't see. I'm not close enough to see the name. It's a really long
Bringing
name.
you the third shot
Yeah.
from Stephanie Colony Iceworth. Again, in the field this week on a sponsor's exemption. All right.
She's getting ready.
So we'll see Stephanie here playing her approach, her third shot into the 18th green. And we'll see. Oh, good shot. So Stephanie's ball there, it's just off your screen. Actually, if you look at where the Epson is written, her ball is in the bottom corner of the E. And that's where you will see where she landed. So it's going to be a nice birdie opportunity for Stephanie there. We spoke about Stephanie Colony Iceworth, definitely the most experienced of the group of sponsors exemptions, 4 years of LPGA Tour membership under her belt. So we have Stephanie Colony Iceworth from Fleming Island in Florida, Emma Talley, and Eleanor Sudo. So we can see, I know your camera position right now is only showing a a corner of the green. You can see two of the balls. I'll paint a picture for the other. We're getting all smiles here on the 18th green anyway, which is nice. It's always good to see three birdie chances, three really good birdie chances here. And this is the final hole for these early groups who teed off. And we'll try and get the camera moved here so we can have a better view of the green. And then you can see our three birdie chances here. And here we go. We're going to adjust the camera for you right now so you can see the flag. Or see the hole, rather. The pin flag has been removed. And let's have a look here. This is a fast putt rolling down towards the hole. And oh, great pace, great line, 99% great line. But we're going to have about 3 foot for par. From just in the fringe here. This is Stephanie Colony Eisworth, sorry. And oh, and she's going to have a short putt to tidy up for par here. This par 5 is playing long today. We saw a fair few eagles yesterday on the 18th, but a different story today. All right, so looking at 18th green here. Next group here on 18 is going to include Amelia Lewis, Jacksonville native, coming off a birdie on 17. And Eleanor Sudo here with her attempt here on 18, and again, just missing. So we're going to see 3 pars here. All right, so I said 3 pars on 18. Hopefully I haven't jinxed this short one. It would just be terrible if I did. Taking our time to really line up that ball. Just a couple of feet here for par, but with a projected cut of 1 over. Over the ball. And she got it. So 3 pars on the 18th green at Atlantic Beach Country Club. Okay. So their round is over for the day after battling tough conditions this morning. Sure, they're very relieved to be done and spending their afternoons in the warmth and the dry. So we're going to
This is par for par.
Park. Park for park.
And we have Woodland Park. Oh, so let's study this one and see if she's going to make it, which she did. Well done. Kumkan Park is now 2 under for the tournament, 1 over for the day through 17 holes. All right, gorgeous scenes out here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. It's a shame the weather is not what it was yesterday, but we're still, the palm trees always make it a little bit better. We are live here on GK Live TV on the 18th tee here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. And Amelia Lewis on the tee at 18, coming off birdie on 17. As we said, she's a Jacksonville native, so she has a lot of support out there this week. And we're watching her on 18th tee. Over the ball. Nice, easy swing, doesn't she? And Amelia is 3 over for the day, level for the tournament. The cut's actually now moved to +2. So difficult scoring conditions this morning, which have had an impact on the cut. And the projected cut at the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic is now +2. Top 60 and tie is going to play the final round tomorrow. Another lefty here on 18T. And that was Diksha Degar. And then Kumkang Park. So teeing off on the par 5, the final hole for this group. And we've seen quite a few people teeing up the ball here on 18 and then backing off. But as we said, that wind is confusing today. And I think on the tee box on 18 in particular, I think obviously with that water up the left-hand side there, I think it's been confusing them a little bit on the tee. So they're taking their time and making sure that they are ready before they pull the trigger. So Park over the ball. Again, nice easy swing, doesn't she? And they're off, heading down their final hole, the par 5 here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. This is the famous Jack Nicklaus par 5. Okay, the 1966 Greater Jacksonville Open. Jack Nicklaus made an albatross here. So if you're a big golf fan, 1966 Greater Jacksonville Open. It used to be the Selva Marina Country Club. And then in 2014, the course had a redesign, got the new name, and it's been no stranger to professional golf tournaments, having hosted the Corn Ferry Tours Championship for 3 years. So checking our leaderboard as it stands at this point in the second round after opening 63s from Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White. They are both atop of the leaderboard at 8 under par. They played in the morning yesterday, hung around to see if anyone was going to match that score in the afternoon, but it wasn't to be. So Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White at 8 under par, and they're going to be getting their second rounds underway. Well, Sarah's going to be teeing off in just over 5 minutes, and then Lauren at 1:57. So amazing for them. We saw Hannah Levy Armour just finish her round. And Hannah actually finished at 5 under for the tournament after shooting a level par 71 today. But that's how things are looking. And we'll be back with the action in just a second. I know, I was like, I can't say anything, I can't talk. This is the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic on the epson-tour, the road to the LPGA. And we are live from Atlantic Beach Country Club here on GK Live TV. I'm Diane Knox-Bayless, and so happy to be here with you today, bringing you coverage from this epson-tour event. And yeah, I mean, the weather, if you followed along with the opening round yesterday, it was absolutely gorgeous. Sunny, 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, not a breath of wind. And then everyone woke up this morning and they were like, oh, what are we doing here today? So preparation has been a little bit different, and our leaders are going to be teeing off in just a little while. Actually, their tee times have been pushed back just a wee bit. Sarah White off at 1:39 Eastern, and Lauren Stevenson at 2:12 p.m. after their opening 63s. Kendra Dalton shot 64. She's level through 14 today and still at 7 under par in solo third. And here we go back to the action at 17. This is Heather Lynn, just off the green. And okay. So it's so great to be at the inaugural Atlantic Beach Classic, and this being one of two brand new events on the 2024 epson-tour schedule. Now, this is the conclusion of the 3-week Florida swing. We have 132 players here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. And
17 green. We've got Amy Lee.
Here we are.
Birdie here from about 60
on
feet.
17, and we have Amy Lee has 60 feet for birdie. These are the kind of putts that we need to fall to get everyone a little bit warmer and excited. So Amy Lee with a long birdie attempt here. Sorry, this is actually her fourth. Okay, this is for birdie. Sorry. Giving you the information as I get it live from the course. But this
17,
is.
We've got Pinata putting for birdie.
And on 17, Pinata, who has a birdie putt. And a lengthy attempt here. So let's see how Pinata fares. All right. Pinata 3 over for the day, as she will have her par attempt on 17, 1 over for the tournament. That projected cut line has gone from 1 over to 2 over. Testament to the difficult conditions today. So the cut is going the opposite way, which is good news, as these girls are gonna battle today. Okay, so here on the 17th green in this group, alongside
That was Amy
Pinata
Lee for
Kuvanen,
birdie.
Amy Lee, and Heather Lynn.
That was Amy Lee for birdie.
Amy Lee with her birdie on 17,
So that we should have Heather Lynn
and then
for par.
Heather Lynn going to be putting for par here on 17. Okay. So for par here on 17, Heather Lynn. That little knee bend is never a good sign. And a tap in there for bogey for Heather. Okay. So finishing up here on 17 green. And on 17 green here. And there we go. Nicely made on 17.
That was Pinata for par.
Pinata. This is
Yep,
Pinata.
she made it. And this is Amy Lee for par.
Sorry, Pinata made her par there. And Amy Lee with her par attempt, as they finish up on 17 and head to their final hole, the par 5, 18th. And for par, nice. Right, heading over to 18, and we have the whole group in the greenside bunker here. All three in the bunker. And Amelia Lewis, our Jacksonville girl, is going to be up first. So
Third.
this will be her third shot from the bunker.
Third.
She's got a lot of green to work with, but needs to get it up, get it up, get it up. And no, not enough on that. So her ball is going to be just on the edge of the green to the right side. And she's going to have to go over that bump and
Dagger.
then downhill towards the pin. Okay,
Dagger.
Diksha Dagar.
Dagger.
And she's in the bunker as well. And let's see if she can do a better job than Amelia. Yeah, you can really see the slope in that bunker. And she gets it up over the ridge, and she is playing the slope down. See if she can feed it down towards the hole. That was a great shot. So above the hole, but just a couple of feet for her birdie, for Diksha Dagar. And this is Kumkang Park, Kumkang Park. And she is in another one of these sand traps, greenside. She has a very, very tricky lie here.
Beach left.
So she's going to have to really get this up. Obviously,
No.
the ridge of the bunker right there. She's really got to hit this to get it near the flag. And then she has that water right behind the pin. Let's see what she does. She hit it. She's not going to get the distance though. So, like Amelia, she's not going to get over that ridge, and the ball's going to feed back to the edge of the green. That was those bunkers were they're challenging. Anything over there is going to be difficult. So, the fact that Diksha got her ball in such a fantastic position and has such a good attempt at birdie coming up is amazing. Caddy drying off her ball right now. So heading now to 16 green. And we have Chavez for birdie. Milagros Chavez from Paraguay with a birdie attempt. 1 over for today, 1 under for the tournament. And back to even for the day and 2 under for the tournament after making that birdie. So back to the green on 18th, and Amelia Lewis is getting ready for her birdie attempt. She'll be going first after all three in the group ending up in various sand traps over to the right. But hey, over the other side, they have the water. So it's quite, I would rather be in the sand than in the water. I'm sure everyone would. So let's have a look. We'd rather be on the green, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. So let's have a look at Amelia Lewis and see how she's going to navigate this. Amelia is 2 over through 17 for her round, 1 under for the tournament. So she's in a good position to play the final round tomorrow. Unfortunately, we can't see her on this large green. As I said, she is right on the fringe. She's going to have to really get over this bump and then varying speeds because she's got to get it up over the ridge and then let it feed down towards the hole. So Amelia putter back, strikes the ball, up she goes. And the ball is feeding down, great pace below the hole. And good putt. She's going to have a 2 feet or so left for par. So we are going to see Amelia playing this weekend, which is great news. She should tidy that up for par and be in at 1 under. Being from Jacksonville, you'd think that Amelia has played here. She's probably got some good preparation rounds in. But she'll get to do it all again tomorrow. And it's in a tie for 29th as it stands right now. So next, Kang Park. And again, like Amelia, she just couldn't get enough of the ball out of the sand. So we'll have a look. She's 1 over for her round, 2 under for the tournament. So again, we should see Park playing this final round tomorrow. Can't see her on screen right now, but she is in that bottom right portion of the green. Again, she's going to have to play the ball over the ridge and then let it feed down to the hole. And it's coming down with some pace. And oh my gosh, great putt. She rolls it maybe about 4 foot by. That's fast. You've got to get that speed just right. It's why it's the worst part of the green to be today, because you've really got to gauge your speed as the ball travels over that ridge. And then Diksha Dagar from New Delhi. And she has a birdie attempt here. And this is a big one for Dagar. She's 4 over for her tournament. She's 3 over, or sorry, 4 over for the round, 3 over for the tournament. So this putt would put her on the projected cut line. So this is a big birdie attempt for Dagar. Downhill, putter back, ball's traveling, and she gets it. That could be clutch. So Diksha Dagar with a round of 3 over puts her at 2 over for the tournament and right on that cut line as it stands. Fist pump with the caddy. And that was big. Great finish for Dagar. And then we're going to watch Park and Lewis as they attempt to tidy up for their pars on this final hole. Park's going to be up first, having rolled that ball by maybe 4 or 5 feet. So this is Park with her par attempt. She'll be safe for the weekend regardless, or for the final round tomorrow. But that's a great way to end her round. Par on 18. And Amelia Lewis, she has her par attempt coming up. Again, we're going to see Amelia play this weekend. But a nice par to finish her day after the conditions that she had to play in this morning would be a very good ending. And that was a really nice putt to hear for Amelia for her par, and she's got it. Good. Birdie, par, par for this group here on their final hole at Atlantic Beach Country Club. All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard. And not a huge amount of movement there. Lauren and Sarah, after their opening 63s, firmly at the top. Cannot wait to see what they're going to go out and do today on a very different golf course. Kendra Dalton, we're going to see her in just a little while. She is through 15 right now. So with our live coverage here on 16, 17 and 18, we will check Kendra and see how she's doing. Kendra's in solo third as it stands right now. And Hannah Levy Armour, we just saw her finish her day. I'm talking about this and I feel awful because Kendra has just bogeyed. She's now 2 over for the tournament and 5 under total, and in a tie for third alongside Hannah, who is level par today. So that is how our leaderboard is looking. Lauren out at 212 with an updated tee time, and Sarah at 139. So we'll see Sarah White tee off. She's going to be beginning her day in just a couple of minutes. All right, so the two at the top, nobody has managed to touch them. And they are 3 shots clear at the top of the leaderboard right now. All right, on to 16 green now. Emma Brose has a birdie putt upcoming. Daniela Iacobelli, she is going to have par. And Laura Wern. So Laura Wern on 16. one under for her day, one under for the tournament. And Daniela Iacobelli, who I actually, she's from Melbourne, and I was hosting a college golf event a couple of weeks ago down in Melbourne, and Daniela was my co-host. So I know her well. We spent 2 days together, and that's her in the blue shorts there, walking around the green. Huge personality, great fun. She's going to kill me for saying this, but she is the highest earner of all time on the Epson-tour. But she tells me that's because she's older than everyone and has been out here a lot longer. So, but Daniela's had a few tastes of the LPGA tour as well, and she's been working hard on her game to really get ready for a strong season. So Daniela is going to have a par putt coming up in a second. The 16th green. So it's actually the fifth shot here for Laura after she hit in the water earlier. Can't really see her right now, but we'll keep an eye on 16 and switch to the fairway on 18.
Kuvavan.
Third shot here.
Fine.
Okay, so having a look at the green on 18. And we can see one ball in the middle of the green on 18. There's another just down off to the right. And we've had a ball in the water here. Somebody taking a drop here after hitting it in the water on approach to the 18th green. Pinada. She hit it in the water, so she is taking her drop. Okay. Sorry, Amy Lee, actually, she is dropping, but she is able to drop on the green after hitting it in the water here. So we'll watch what happens here on 18. We're going to switch over to the green on 16 and watch Daniela Iacobelli and her par attempt here on 16. Nice bright blue shorts. It's easy to find Daniela. I asked her how we it's gonna hurt that one. I asked her how I pronounce her last name. She was like, it's like Taco Belly. But yeah, so Iacobelli. And I said to her, I will never ever forget that in all my days. Bogey on 16 for Daniela though. And Daniela is now 1 over for the round, level for the tournament. Oh. Emma Brose, who is French. This is her par putt on 16. And the ball doesn't drop. So that's going to be another bogey after Emma had a good birdie opportunity there, but a bogey in the end for Emma Brose. Here on 18, we have a long birdie attempt here for Heather Lynn. So again, that portion of the green that you don't want to be in. But that if she needs this ball to go, we've seen most people just hit it a little too hard and it rolls by, but just going a little too easy there. Okay. Okay, so after hitting it in the water, but we're going to head to 17 green here.
Dalton for birdie. Correct.
And Kendra Dalton, who is in the upper part of our leaderboard. After bogey on 16, we've got Kendra Dalton here on 17. Looking double bogey, on 16. So looking to get one back here on 17. Opened with a 64, and she will settle for par here on 17.
Now we have Chavez for par.
Milagros Chavez for her par. And she's giving this one a lot of time to get that line sorted. And she's level for the tournament so far. 2 under for the tournament, level for her day. Okay, panning around to get a nice view of 17. Excuse me. Okay, getting a nice view of the 17th here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. Seen a good amount of action here on 18 as well. The ball that was in the water dropped on the green, made the putt. So that was a nice bit of excitement here. And tidying up for par after approach stayed in that bottom portion. And this is Pinata. And that one's going to hurt as well. A bogey on 18. And this for bogey here on 18. Okay. And hugs all round on 18. And that was Pinata with her bogey to finish the day. Right, 17T now. Emma Brose on the tee. Okay, so all three underway on 17. And on the tee at 18. Some practice swings. And this is Milagros Chavez from Paraguay.
That's it. Are you good?
Yeah, that doesn't mute my mic. Kendra Dalton next on the tee here at 18. Good day for Kendra. Well, not a good day, but a good tournament. She had a 64 in the opening round. 5 under so far as she stands on the tee. So we'll see if Kendra can get back to 6 under par. Big hit. Just keep it in play on the fairway on the tee here. Okay, over to Gigi Stoll, hitting her third shot from the bunker here on 18, and that is coming nowhere near the green. She is going to be playing from the bunker again,
I believe she hit
just
about
a little further up. So she is not going to be happy with that. Gigi in bright yellow. And Gigi is going to be. We saw one of the tee shots actually off 18 green went over to the 10th fairway, so I can see her walking up from the right hand side, the far right hand side. I tell you, we've seen a couple of people play from the 10th fairway and do all right here, so maybe that's the play. Okay. So the green here on 18. And let's have a look at who we have. We have somebody heading this way. And Keely Telfer. Kaylee's in a good position here, as is Selena Constable. Gigi Stoll played it from one bunker to the next after hitting it off the hosel. And she's not going to be happy with that. Hello, nice man. That is Selena's caddy. After taking that walk up the 10th fairway, he was coming over to say hi. I'm sure it's been a tough day, but this is their final hole to get in the clubhouse. Selena Constable, Kaylee Telfer, and Gigi Stoll, who is still playing from the stand. So let's have a look at Gigi and see how. Gigi's not having a good day. 5 over through 17. She's 9 over for the tournament. So Gigi is going to be heading home after she finishes 18. So we'll see where she ends up. Right back to the 16th tee. And it's a tough tee shot on 16. The hole's been playing really difficult today. We are streaming live on GK Live TV, holes 16, 17, and 18 here at the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic. Thank you for joining us and for following along with our coverage here from the epson-tour, Road to the LPGA. I'm Diane Knox-Bayless, and yeah, keeping you up to date with everything that's going on here. One of our leaders is on the course. The other one is about to tee off soon after their opening 63s. Lauren Stevenson and Sarah White leading the way at 8 under par. Nobody has managed to catch them yesterday afternoon or this morning, so it's going to be interesting to see what they are going to do and if they can create a little bit of clear blue water. Right on 16T. Great hat, great shoes too. And our final on 16. Right, long par 4, 16th there. So we'll watch them head down the fairway and then we'll check in with them soon. Well, this is the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic at Atlantic Beach Country Club here in Jacksonville, Florida. And this is the epson-tour Road to the LPGA, a big event this week. It's the inaugural Atlantic Beach Classic, and we're so thrilled to be here. Here on GK Live TV, bringing you coverage of 16, 17, and 18. This is the epson-tour Road to the PGA, the LPGA, sorry, and we're at the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic. I'm Diane Knox-Bayless. I am thrilled to be here with you. We're on the fairway here at 18, this par 5, and well, the wind has shifted here, and we're seeing some of the girls start to go for this par 5 in 2. So this is going to be exciting to watch. This morning there was just no chance. The wind was playing into their face earlier, and we didn't see anyone get on in 2. But we have a left to right wind now, and it's definitely helping. So we're going to see some go for it in 2. And on the green in 2, this is what we like to see. We love eagle attempts on the closing hole. Right, so next up is Alana Uriel from Carlsbad, California. Now looking at this 18th green, she's going for it too. Over to the left is a lot of water. To the right, bunkers, but we do have quite a large green here. And Uriel is going to go for it. Let's see. She's gearing up to get to this green in 2. Big swing. And let's look. She's walking. And yep, she is. That ball's going to run down to that front right section, which is the tricky spot. We've got 2 balls down there now, but at least they're going to be putting for eagle. And all 3 are now walking up towards the green. So all 3 have hit. So we have 1 layup in the group. And you can see them making their way up towards the green here on 18, their final hole of the day, this par 5. And we're going to have 2 eagle attempts. We had one layup, but hopefully this afternoon we are going to see more going for this green in 2. After the weather, the rain has stopped, the wind has changed. We've got a left to right wind here now. It's not directly into their face anymore, but just a cold, non-traditional Florida day. Bearing in mind we've had great weather here lately, but we have 2 on the green at 18 and then 1 layup, just a short layup here. So Kendra Dalton playing it safe here, bearing in mind she's in a great position on our leaderboard at 5 under par. And this would be the approach to set her up to get to 6 under. So let's see if she can stick it nice and close here. Kendra Dalton over the ball. And the ball's in the air. She's going to make it over that little ridge, and she is not. That ridge on 18th green is just causing problems. If she'd have just hit it a couple of feet further, she would have caught that ridge and trickled down towards the hole. But all 3 of them coming up short. Kendra putting for birdie. And we have Milagros and Alana with eagle attempts here on the 18th green. Okay, so we'll stick with 18th green here. And watch the girls walk off their putts here. A couple of caddies helping. We're going to head down to the 18th tee. And Emma Brose from France is on the tee. We'll see what this group's going to do on the par 5. And Emma is on her way, a little lean. She's watching it to see where she's going to end up. Great tempo off the tee there for Emma. Laura Weirn. So Laura just having a look down this fairway as she stands on 18T. And she is over the ball, club back, boom. Back to the green on 18. And this is Kendra's birdie attempt. Oh my gosh! And Kendra Dalton, she laid up. She had a long putt for birdie and she made it. So Kendra Dalton gets back to 6 under par. and all smiles as she shakes her head in disbelief a little bit at that one. But well done to Kendra. That was an awesome putt. So the longest putt on the green, and she was in for birdie. So we've got a couple of eagle putts here on 18. Milagros Chavez from Paraguay and Alana Uriel from California. After just seeing Kendra make her long putt, it's made these a little bit tougher. This is for eagle though. Kendra making her birdie, and we've seen this putt so many times today. What great speed. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was a lovely putt. So a short birdie coming up here for Alana. And she's going to finish off for her birdie. And another eagle opportunity here on 18. Let's see how she's going to get on here. So we've seen this putt many times. And yeah, it's going to be a tougher birdie attempt coming back. Okay, well, I'm sitting here behind 18 green and I have a guest. Hello.
Hello.
It's nice to be able to talk to someone else. I think it's a welcome break from hearing my voice all the time. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So my name's Jody Brothers, and I'm the Chief Business and Operating Officer for the epson-tour.
Well, it's so good for us to be here. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for having us. Obviously, we are streaming 16, 17, and 18 here on GK Live TV. This is the first event here
Yes.
at Atlantic Beach Country Club, and obviously, it's a brilliant venue. We've seen it host many professional golf events before as well. But what does it mean to the Epson-tour to be here and to have a brand new tournament?
Yeah. So for me, actually, I'm a resident of Atlantic Beach. Had worked for the PGA Tour for many years. So when I took this job, I was able to work with the board of directors to. Is it live? Yeah. Okay.
I think we're good.
Work with the board of directors to bring an event here, and this.
Here,
to
let me
me-
just. Sorry, Jody. Let me just check here. We are live.
Okay.
Let's see.
Test.
Okay, I just want to make sure from the powers that are in my ear that we can definitely hear Jody. Yes. Okay.
Great.
I think we're good.
Okay. Good. Good. Well, because I knew a couple of things. One, the club had hosted big professional golf events in the past. We have a member, Patrick Nickel, who owns Tour Vision Promotions, and he runs a couple of Corn Ferry Tour events as well. So we had somebody that we knew that could operate at a really high level.
Yeah.
And the club is just a wonderful tournament golf course. So the combination of it all with a bunch of member support, lots of volunteers, lots of host housing, it's just the ideal venue for an epson-tour event.
Yeah, and the course is amazing. Obviously, we saw very different weather conditions yesterday, but walking on site today, and it feels like we're at. I mean, this is like an LPGA tour event. Like, this is a big event. As you say, there's a lot of local vendors. There's a lot of support out here. The members love having the Epson-tour here.
Yeah.
So this tournament has a huge feel to it.
It's the look, I've only been in the job for 14 months, but this is the blueprint for the future of the epson-tour. We really wanted to show the athletes from the way they're fed, the way the practice facilities look, the quality of the golf course, the conditioning, the purse, all of it is a signal for what my team sees for the epson-tour for the future. And I think the athletes have really appreciated the way they were treated just by the membership and by the tournament staff. And it's exciting to be here because I now see what the Epson-tour can be here.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're here on the field. With the wind changing, we're seeing a lot more of the very different. Daniela, Iacobelli.
Yeah, she's got a lot of power, so she should be able to get her home in two. Although she looks like she
I
laid up
think
just
she's
short of
laying
the
up.
bunker. Yeah,
She has got a lot of power, but she did. She laid up there. Daniela has been involved with us here before at GK
That's
Live
right.
TV, and I make fun of her because her big stat is that she's the top money earner on the Epson-tour. She's like, yeah, go figure. I've been out here longer than anyone else. I'm older than anyone else. So
Kinda
she's like,
reminds me of-
Diane, that's not a good stat to throw at
that's
me.
like Bull Durham hitting the most home runs in the history of minor league baseball.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's still a good one to have, isn't
That's
it?
right. That's right.
Oh, it's so good. Obviously with the difference in the conditions from yesterday to today, and the cut has gone from the projected cut as it stands right now from 1 over to 2 over. Difficult scoring conditions so far today, but we saw Lauren and Sarah open with 63s yesterday, which was so impressive, and it's going to be good to see what they're going to do this afternoon.
Yeah, I was actually just out watching my wife's favorite player is Sarah White, so
Okay.
I met my wife out on number 2 and watched her play the first couple of holes. And she seems to be controlling her golf ball in this wind quite well. This wind, having being a member here and playing here a lot, this to me is the most difficult wind because 16 is a really difficult par 4, 17 could be a drivable par 4, and an 18 is a reachable par 5. All three playing back into the wind. So 3, one I would not consider a birdie hole, but 16, but the other 2 are very, very difficult. In this wind versus the opposite wind, which they're very gettable.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, I'm joined by Jody Brothers from the Epson-tour, and the Epson-tour has really been in the news this week. Do you want to talk about this big new announcement and the fact that you guys are just really moving in the right direction?
Yeah, it was. It was nice to see a really positive response to the fact that Callaway is now our official equipment sponsor. And it's not really about their brand and being on signage out here and doing some of the typical sponsorship things. It was really about investing in every one of our athletes that wanted the support. And I was actually running a Corn Ferry Tour event when your brother was playing the Corn Ferry Tour. And I remember being struck by walking into player dining and the Titleist rep being there with stacks of golf balls and gloves, and the athletes just had everything they needed to play the golf at that level. And fast forward, I've many years and I've got this new job, and I'm watching one of our athletes buy golf balls in a pro shop, and I was just struck as to the difference. And I said, look, we're going to do all the right things, and we're going to raise purses, and we're going to find better venues to play, but I have got to find a partner who will make sure that any athlete, no matter what their pedigree, whether they were a college All-American or just turned pro straight out of high school, and nobody knows about them, but they're good enough, that an equipment partner is going to invest balls and gloves at a minimum. And then my next goal is to get shoes, and they sign a fun NIL deal so that if they have success, Callaway gets to promote that. Callaway's brand goes on our leaderboard.
Great.
But they have committed to supporting every one of our athletes regardless.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Because, and I think it was your tweet that I saw actually and retweeted, because it's such a great point that you don't think about. When they weren't getting balls, they had to travel with balls.
That's right.
And when you have like a luggage allowance, because if you go over that allowance, you're going to have to pay.
That's right.
What do you do? Like you can't travel with an abundance of golf balls.
That's right. And I literally watched an athlete taking golf balls out of their travel bag and putting it in their carry-on because they were over the limit and they didn't want to pay the luggage fees. And I was like, we've got to figure out a better way. I mean, we travel with a 45-foot truck. I'm like, we've got to find a shelf in there to throw golf balls in and hand them out every week for those so that the athletes don't have to travel with them. And it's, we're only a couple weeks into the partnership, and we announced it this week, but I think we're off to a really good start.
Yeah. We've got Daniela here with her third. Oh,
tremendous.
Good shot.
Yeah, she flighted that really well under the wind and used the slope to
really good
hold it against the pin there.
Yeah. She's a talent. She's a talent. We want a good season for Daniela. Now, what do you think about, obviously, the there's been such an explosion in women's sports right now, and such a focus on really, and I hate saying the phrase growing the game, but, a real emphasis on women's golf and improving women's golf and getting more eyes on it so people can see just how amazing the Epson Tour and the LPGA Tour are. What's your stance on that?
Well, I mean, obviously, it benefits us to have as many eyeballs on our sport as possible, because sponsors like it when their brand gets exposed, and really appreciate Gamecast and you and James being here this week, and because that provides more eyeballs to our sport. Anecdotally, I mean, I live on a golf course and I see just in the last 5 years the shift in participation. It went from like all men's groups to a lot more couples groups, and now I'm even seeing a lot of all women's groups, and younger too. And I think anybody that's has young girls or even kids in general, I encourage them to bring them out to an Epson Tour event. They could get really close to the action, and our athletes are incredible with juniors. We usually do a junior clinic each week, and the athletes will step in and teach, and really, I mean, these are incredible role models. And I just think the more eyeballs we can get on these talented athletes, the better. Because talking to our members this week, I've been blown away by how many said, well, I just had no idea how good they were.
Yeah.
And I think it's inspiring them to play a little bit more golf and maybe play a little better as well.
Yeah, I've got some friends that are members here, Brian and Dallas Oliver. They're hosting some players this week, and Dallas's brother had said, "Oh, I'm going out. I'm going to get all my friends on Saturday to come and watch the golf." I'm like, perfect. I'm going back to women's groups at your local. I live in Tamaya, and we have the neighborhood Facebook pages, and they just formed a new one the other day, and it was the Tamaya Women's Golf Group. And I'm like, yes, this is so good.
That's incredible.
So, and there's people on there chatting that don't really play golf. They maybe haven't, but they want to get out and give it a crack. And now they've got a group of women they can go out with and not feel intimidated. It's comfortable for them. So as soon as I saw that, I was so happy.
Yeah. Well, and what I love about it too is this next generation that's taking up golf. They're not being restricted by old ideologies about what you dress and how you act and all that. I mean, they're having fun. They're dressing like really smart. And I know your brother was sponsored by Vineyard Vines. My wife actually managed the Vineyard Vines store in town.
Wow,
so you might
cool.
have,
Okay,
if you've ever popped
I'm sure.
there. But for her, it's about just having fun, dressing up, having a couple of drinks on the golf course, and she absolutely loves it, and her girlfriends love it. They play all the time.
And having a break. Like, I have a 16-month-old son, so it's like it's a nice little break sometimes to be like, I'm going to have a bit of alone time or time with the girls, just not talking about anything other than girl stuff and playing golf. It's and there's been such a buzz in Jacksonville around this event. I've seen some of the Jacksonville Instagram pages sharing the fact that we had the players last week, but hey, we have even more golf this week. So hopefully tomorrow being Saturday in the final round, there's going to be a lot of people out here to enjoy it.
We've had, I've been really pleasantly surprised at the number of fans that we've had out this week, even with the weather being what it has been today, which is a little tough. Tomorrow should be a little bit better, and I'm confident that the membership is going to come out, and hopefully anybody that is within a drive of Atlantic Beach Country Club will come out and support them as well. I mean, it's incredibly inexpensive experience. $10 to get
really
in.
Is.
That's it.
And it's great. But we're here on 18th Green. I feel like we keep watching Daniela whenever she has she's got a birdie putt coming up soon.
Yeah, we've got Laura Warren here heading first.
I think we have another birdie attempt here as well. We're going to stay here and watch this. It's nice to have good things to cheat about here.
Laura and a couple of athletes in the field this week are dual members, LPGA, Epson Tour, and she flew out Sunday night to Monday qualify for the LPGA event in LA. Unfortunately, didn't get through the field, and then turned around and flew right back to be able to participate. And Lauren Stevenson as well, who's on the top of the leaderboard. She did the exact same thing.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Yeah. Gosh, that's so good. And it's such an exciting time for the Epson Tour. We talked about the Callaway deal with supplying balls and gloves to anyone that wants them on site. This being a new tournament, you have another new tournament on the schedule this year. At the end of the year, 15 LPGA Tour cards are going to be awarded,
right.
more money than ever before. I mean, the winner this week gets $45,000. It's great. Everything's heading in the right direction, and what an exciting time for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. It is a very exciting time, and we're just getting started.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Right, Daniela with her birdie attempt. Jodie, we're going to cheer so loud if this goes in. Oh, go, go, go. Oh, hit the hole. We're allowed to cheer for Daniela since she's
Yes.
part of our crew, you know. Well, Jodie, a fantastic week for you guys. And as you say, a little bit unlucky with the weather today, but congratulations
Thanks.
on the first Atlantic Beach Classic. We're going to see many, many more. And tomorrow is going to be a really fun day. What's the
right.
forecast for tomorrow? Is it starting to clear up a little bit?
A little bit of rain in the morning, I hear,
Okay.
but it will clear up. And provided we can get through all the golfers today, which I think we're trending well.
Yeah.
As long as we don't get any thunderstorms later this afternoon, we'll be probably going off around 8 o'clock with twosomes, single tee.
Okay.
And it'll be a nice culmination of a wonderful week here
Yeah.
at Atlantic Beach.
Yeah, truly. Well, congratulations to you guys, to you and your team. And we're excited we're excited to see if anyone's going to catch Sarah and Lauren today. The cut is back to +1 as it stands right now. So we're floating between +1 and +2. Sarah is level through 2 holes already. And we're seeing our group finish up here on 18, right back to 17 green.
Weber for par.
And Dewey Weber has a par attempt coming up here on 17.
Tiffany Chan just made birdie in the same group.
Tiffany Chan just made birdie. Jodie, I'll let you go if you're super busy and running around with all your stuff to do.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
No, we really appreciate you.
Appreciate your support. Thanks. We'll
Thank
see
you.
Again. Yeah.
We love to be here. We are very excited.
I'd love to get some athletes in here as well.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Maybe Daniela will come over and have a little chat. She heard me. She's looking at me like, you just signed me up for this. She's gonna come over in a minute. Great. Well, thank you so much to Jodie Brothers. Doing a huge amount of work behind the scenes for the Epson Tour to really make this the standard for the events. You know, a lot of sponsorship, a lot of great local vendors out here, a huge amount of support from the membership at Atlantic Beach Country Club, and a lot of fan support out here as well, regardless of the weather conditions. We're going to talk a bit more about them soon. And we'll check in with how our leaderboard is looking as well. So we said that our pair of 63s from Sarah White and Lauren Stevenson yesterday, nobody could beat them. Sarah has got her round underway. She's level through 2, so still at 8 under par. Lauren tees off at 212, so she has teed off. We're just waiting for her first hole to be updated. But we've had a bit of movement in that Sydney Clanton is now solo third at 1 under. 6 under for the tournament, 1 under for the day. And we saw Hannah Levy Armour finish level, and she is 5 under in a tie for 4th alongside Kendra Dalton actually finished at 6 under. We're just waiting for this to be updated. But yeah, so it's an exciting afternoon watching Sarah White and Lauren Stevenson at 8 under par and see if anyone can beat them. So heading to the tee on 18, this par 5. And Tiffany Chan coming off birdie on 17. So we'll see her and watch the Tiffany Stripe show on the 18th tee. As long as I don't jinx her. Okay, well, one hand off the club. Did I jinx her? Oh my days. out to the right for Tiffany, right of the bunker. So that was quite a bit offline. Now Dewi Weber looking. All right, she's from the Netherlands. You know, the Europeans are always slightly better dressed. Yeah, and I'm allowed to say that because I'm I'm half American, half European. The people, the powers that be in my ear are making fun of me for saying that. So if I sound distracted, it's because they're giving me a hard time right now. Okay. So we are going to be off air at 3 p.m. Eastern. So just under 14 minutes to go. So we are here at Atlantic Beach Country Club, and right now, everyone, bow down. We're joined by epson-tour royalty here. Daniela Iacobelli. Oh, hi. Thank you for wearing such bright shorts so you were easily identifiable today. I'm like, how are we going to find her? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's hear. Okay, have we got Daniela on?
Oh.
Can everyone tell me that they can hear Daniela? Keep talking for me. Say hi to the masses.
It was a day of years.
Okay, how's that?
Are we?
There we go.
There it is.
Can I just say our technical guy, who's the boss, turned the mic off, saying it was on. So we're back. We're back. Daniela Iacobelli, was it tough to be out there?
That was some of the hardest conditions I think I've played in, not in a British Open.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was brutal this morning. Brutal.
Especially because the first round, you did well the first round.
I did mediocre. If you knew my stats, it was pathetic. But it showed mediocre.
Okay, because we know that you love stats. And then obviously the weather conditions today, this morning in particular, just a complete 180. Pouring rain, went a completely different direction, or
The wind wasn't bad on the front. It wasn't bad till we got to like 7.
okay.
And then it started picking up. And then once we made the turn, it was out of this world. The back nine's playing. You're not sniffing that. If anybody does, the wind happened to lie down over everything.
Okay, right. We're gonna go to a quick break here, then we're gonna be back with Daniela Iacobelli after her second round. I won't keep you for too long because you probably want to go and eat. Someone said Kate, my girlfriend. That was the big news. Just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Hello and welcome to the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. It's the epson-tour Road to the LPGA, and we are live on GK Live TV, bringing you coverage of holes 16, 17, and 18. I'm Diane Knox-Bayless. Love being here, and I am sitting behind 18 green today, joined alongside Daniela Iacobelli, who has just finished her second round. Where are you sitting in the leaderboard right now, Daniela?
I think I am 2 over total. So
Okay, so we're gonna have an anxious wait this afternoon. Is that right?
I mean, if the last 6 holes are gonna play how I played them, I don't think I'm gonna be that anxious.
Okay, good.
It's
This-
not. Scoring was wrong. It has me at like 1 over, I think.
Okay.
So
Okay, so you're 2 over right now.
Total,
Predicted
yeah.
cut right now is 1 over, but it's been back and forth.
yes,
And as you say, with these conditions, hopefully
yeah,
+2 is going to be a good number.
yeah. Give me another round.
Yeah.
Give me another round. Give me another.
You're
go
hungry
at
for it. I know for sure. I mean, this is the first Atlantic Beach Classic to be playing on this course that has hosted so many professional events before. I mean, we talk about the 66 Jacksonville Open when Jack Nicklaus albatross the 18th here.
Oh, I wish I would have had that information
Yeah,
in the middle of the
really?
fairway. Might have changed things.
But how good is a week? How good a week has it been so far?
Oh, it's been great. This course is awesome. It's in perfect shape. The greens are fast. The fairways are still rolling, even with all the rain that we had. And there's a few holes where you can't fall asleep. You have to be awake and you have to know what you're gonna do, and then execute. But it's a very fun golf course. I would love to get another crack at it.
Yeah, well, tomorrow. Well,
Yeah.
look at the shot on 18 right now. Over to the right from the trees here. You just don't want to be right over here at all, do you? It's
Right's not bad. You can get away with right. The water creeps in left. So left off the tee is dead, but you got miles right.
you've got the 10th
Yeah, the 10th
fairway, which
fairway.
we've seen a couple of people play from.
Yeah. The
Um,
wind's busting that way too. So it's a little different than the practice rounds. The wind was the opposite way.
Okay. Yes.
So coming
Typical.
down the stretch, I mean, you have a 430-yard par 4 into the wind,
Mhm.
and it's a little different. Plus the people who played this morning, I mean, we're beat down. We were in the rain, then we were in the wind, then we were in the rain and the wind. we didn't get a break.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Shot there from the bunker, and we were hoping that you might go for it.
Well,
On 18.
I knew where I was, and I had just seen a leaderboard that said the cut was at 2.
Mhm.
I had plenty of options to get there, but the objective wasn't to eagle.
Okay.
It was to just make par at worst.
Yeah. Okay.
But I gave it a good chance at birdie.
Yeah, for sure. That was a great attempt. We've got the tee shot here on 16.
It's a brutal hole.
This is a brutal.
It's brutal. I was 6 inches left in the hazard, standing on a manhole cover, had to chip out, and then still had 130 to the pin into the wind.
Yeah.
Girls that hit the fairway are going to have close to 200 yards in.
What makes it so hard? Like the length that's playing?
The length, and then there's a creek that cuts in. So if you miss right, you're wet. Your second shot, if you miss the green, how big's the fringe? If you miss the green left 6 feet, you're wet.
Okay. Gosh.
You can't miss right because the chip will go in the water.
Yeah.
So, is that Sam Wagner? She'll hit the middle of the fairway. she just the middle of the
This
fairway.
is what she's good at.
Well, she's good at all of it, but she's definitely good at hitting the middle of the fairway.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Look, it just looks intimidating from sitting here.
It is, and the wind's coming
What a
into.
swing.
Yeah, she loves it. She picked it up quick. The wind's coming into off the left, so it's a tricky one.
All right, so here we are on 18 fairway. Third shot here, Tiffany Chan coming off a birdie on 17.
That's impressive.
Talk us through this one, Daniela.
Her layup, she's probably got a number. everything's feeding to this pin, but we all know what's left. And when you start hitting those 3/4 punch shots, left tends to come into play. But I mean, these girls are good enough that they'll be able to control the spin and the flight. The pin's in a good spot because you can protect
Hmm.
the pin, and it does feed down a little bit.
This
But
front right part of the green has been the place where majority of balls have ended up
for
today,
the
for
second
sure.
shot, or
Yes,
yeah,
for the
yeah.
third shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we had a
everyone's
couple of eagle attempts from down there too, but we've had, play from the sand, we've had middle of the fairway falling into this, and it's hard because you have to get over that ridge and judge the speed. Talk us through that putt.
I think if everyone's laying up, they're giving themselves a comfortable yardage. Um, it would it's really not that bad of a shot, especially the more left you are. It kind of
Mhm.
opens up the hole. Um, but she's got to have 110, 100 into the pin, which I mean that's what everyone practices.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but
Okay.
everyone is fearful of the pull.
Yeah, there we go. So she
Hey, it's
is.
pin high.
Yeah, we actually haven't seen many balls up there. Most of them have fallen down into that little kind of collection area, and then you've got that putt over the ridge and down.
It's intimidating. It's an intimidating third shot, especially since I mean yesterday I hit driver 6 iron.
Okay.
So the wind being into you is a little different. I don't know how many of us actually practiced a layup shot.
Yeah.
You know, none of us really practiced a third shot. But it's just get a comfortable number and then execute. But you see, with the wind, everyone hitting those little 3/4 shots,
Hmm.
those
Yeah.
tend to go left.
Uh-huh.
So
All right, so this is Weber. Yeah, why do they tend to go left? You need to give us your professional insight.
I think for me, it's timing.
Okay.
I get a little quick and release early. So I have to be very cognizant of like almost holding it off is what it feels like. But
Okay.
um, Davy's got a great short game.
Okay, so Weber here.
It's
Let's
got us.
see. Whoa. All right. Come on, come on, come on. That was a great shot.
You know, it's funny. I hit a very similar shot. Nobody
Yours
clapped
was.
for mine.
I did
Oh,
clap,
okay.
and they told me that I wasn't allowed to be biased. And I was talking to Jody Brothers at the time,
Yeah.
and he
Is
was
he the
so
one who said-
excited as well.
I love that. Love Jody.
I said I'm allowed to be biased because, like, she's a crew member for
Well,
GK
we
Live TV.
spent a lot of
Yeah,
time
that's what I
together
said. I was like,
when we
she's
were
my
doing
colleague now.
yeah, when we were doing the college tournament.
That makes me sound like a really good golfer if I say that you're my like workmate. Right, let's have a look at this tee shot here on 17.
That's an
Oh,
intimidating.
18, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 18's okay. You got a lot of room to work with on 18.
Yeah, it's wide. I mean, that water, we've got water up the left on this hole. The water by the green is just any water by any green is always there's that fear factor that comes into play.
Oh, you should see the last few holes coming in.
Okay, so is she in the sand or she's
Can't tell.
just
She was not.
no, she was just at the side.
That's got
Oh
a
my
chance.
gosh. Come on. Oh, and it just rolled by the hole. That was a great shot. Goodness.
Hey, cuts back to 2. Giddy up.
Mhm.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
so we've got a couple of birdie chances coming up here. So, so Daniela, I'm looking here. The projected cut is now +2.
Time to sweat.
So, but sitting here, are you hoping that the conditions are going to toughen up? Are you hoping to see a little bit of drama this afternoon?
I would like for the majority of the players on the course now to experience the carnage that we experienced for like 6 holes. I mean,
I'm pulling up the forecast.
I mean, this is nothing. I would have taken this all day.
Yeah.
but there was a few holes where it was just survival.
Okay. Oh, gosh. That's not what you want to hear.
No,
Right, let's have a look at what we've got coming up tomorrow.
it's not much better.
No. So 60% chance of rain.
Thunderstorms.
It's going to be a bit warmer tomorrow at least. But
That's good. We'll be sweating in rain gear.
yeah, I mean, from noon tomorrow, it's going to be nice.
Perfect. Let's start
Yeah.
at noon.
Exactly. Yeah, late tea time's all right. Okay, so we need the conditions to really get bad this afternoon if you want a later tea time.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here we have Annika Borelli just off the green with her birdie attempt. Let's have a look at this, Daniela. How difficult is this putt?
This is Chan. This is
Oh,
Chan.
this is Chan. Sorry.
So this is fast. She only needs to hit this.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
8
We're
feet.
we're watching 18 here, and we're on 17. We have to. We were having a look at what was happening there on 18, but we're looking on Borelli on 17.
17's a tricky pin. It's tucked over a ridge, not much right of it.
Okay. Siri Pachana, Michaela Finn, and Annika Borelli in this group on 17 green. So 17, 17, has been a drivable par 4
No,
in the
it's
past.
in the past, not for us.
Yeah.
We're playing it at 3:30 into the wind, and it's not a very comforting tee shot to find the fairway into the wind.
Mm-hmm. Michaela with her birdie attempt here. What's so hard about the tee shot?
If you lay up to a comfortable number, it actually could funnel off the fairway back into the water.
Okay.
So you have to get it far enough that you bring the bunkers into play.
Right.
So it's a little interesting.
What's your ideal number then off the tee on 17?
Well, I had 106 today coming in, and that wasn't ideal because I hit it pin high left about 30 feet, but that's okay.
Right, let's see. And then Annika Borelli for par here on 17.
I'm going to go eat.
You need to go eat, yeah. Daniela's gonna.
20 minutes left of food.
Yeah,
So,
you can go anytime you like, Daniela. Go and
well,
get your food.
as soon as they're done, I'll go.
I know it's been so good to be joined by you. Thank you, especially after you had the brutal carnage, as you called it.
It was the equivalent of a British at one point.
That is crazy.
I
And the
mean-
weather's been so nice here lately as well.
Yeah, it was. I mean, umbrellas were flying. They were going inside out. Stuff
Yeah.
was. I mean, it. I think I have 6 towels
Oh,
in my
well.
bag, and I'm like, grip.
Oh my
hands.
gosh. And then here we are on 18 green.
Should be her par putt.
This is par. So this is Tiffany Chan.
Now we got it.
And let's see if she can finish with her par, and she did. All right.
All right.
Okay, Daniela,
Going
thank
out.
you
It
so
was great
much.
seeing you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much
See?
for being here.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
Okay, thank you so much. Daniela Iacobelli. So she is in the clubhouse at 2 over par. Projected cut right now is 2 over. So we're going to have a tense afternoon hanging around. However, we'll see what the weather does. So on to the tee at 16. All right, so watching this tee shot on 16. And we're having a look. And Jazzy Sun on the tee. Sorry, we're on the 18th tee, not the 16th. On the 16th tee. Okay, so stepping up to the ball. Getting comfortable there. Slow backswing. That looks like it's going off to the left. Okay, back to the 18th fairway and watching this approach into the green. And this is Michaela Finn. All right, 18th fairway again, third shot here. And Daniela had said the further left it's an easier approach shot. So let's find out. All right. Cannot see the ball here. I can see two balls off to the right, kind of in that pit that we've been talking about. One off the green, one on the green. And back to the fairway on 18. And this is Bridget Dunn, her third shot. All right, let's see. So we have one ball on the green, one just off. And we'll see what Bridget Dunn can do here. This is her third shot. All right, so she's watching. She is very focused walking into this shot. Her third on 18. Bridget Dunn. And she took her time over this one. Let's see. Oh, it was long. Back left of the green. So the group behind them are walking up 18 fairway right now. So we'll go back and check in a minute the group walking up 18th fairway. But this is the green on 16. So on 16th green. And I can't see where they've gone to. She must be off the green, chipping up. All right, well, this is the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic, the epson-tour Road to the LPGA, and we are going to be looking at the 17th green. I tell you, let's go to do a little leaderboard update. And there was a little bit of change for a while, but Sarah White is 1 over through 5. She is now 7 under par. Sarah had got to 9 under after birdieing the third, but she just bogeyed the par 4 fourth.
Group 21 on the 17th green.
And Lauren Stevenson is level through 2, still at 8 under par. So Lauren is our solo leader at -8. Sarah White at 7 under. Then we have Hannah Levy-Armour, Karen Chung, and Sydney Clayton at 5 under par. So
Not 100% sure. I believe it's Bailey
So while we are checking out 17 green right now,
Williamson.
I've been joined by another guest to talk about how the course is playing out there. Introduce yourself to the masses.
Oh, okay. I'm Dewi Weber. I've been on tour for a while. Go back and forth between LPGA and Epson-tour this year. And it was really tough out there today.
David, we've been talking about your outfit. You're one of our favorites out there.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank
We
you.
loved it. And I actually got into trouble because I'm Scottish. And I said, well, of course she's the best dressed. She's European. And everyone in my ear was giving me a hard time. Talk about the course. We were joined by Daniela Iacobelli, and she used the words carnage and brutal. Fair assessment?
Fair assessment. Yeah, she's pretty spot on. Yeah, I mean the course is so good. It's a real test, especially I feel like the course is meant to be played this way, or it's like we're close to the ocean. It's supposed to be windy. I think yesterday was kind of a anomaly, if you will. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like it was tough, but like that's what golf is supposed to be. I'm
I
not
love
saying
it.
that I don't love shooting 8 under or whatever we all did yesterday, but I mean, you gotta think of things. You gotta think of shots. I was standing on 14. And I had like 110 in,
Okay.
and I'm like, usually it's a pretty straight shot. We're trying to like hole out, but now I'm like, all right, it's 110. I have the wind like blowing 25 helping. How is that gonna play out? What's that gonna do to the spin? What's that gonna do to the flight itself? Like you just gotta think a lot more, and then being committed on those shots, like that's where the fun comes in, I think, because
Yeah.
it's like a real challenge. It's not just blindly shooting your strokes.
We have Lauren Cox for birdie on 17 here. What's this putt going to do?
We're a little on the right. It looks like a little pass. I think a little left to right, bit uphill, breaking about like a cup.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what she can do. Oh, she
Nice.
got it.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I mean these finishing holes are just tough. Like it's tough tee shots. Even this par five, where the pin is today, it's like again, you have a 100-yard shot in, and it's still not easy.
Yeah. How was it this morning after the conditions yesterday? And as you said, we saw 263s, and then getting prepared for today. You have to like switch your mindset.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you got on the first tee today and you didn't really know what to expect or like how to handle yourself, you didn't prep well.
Yeah.
Like you didn't look at the weather report probably. Because yeah, that's like, if it's gonna blow a consistent of like 20 with gusts of 30,
Mm-hmm.
that's just different golf.
Yeah.
So I think like knowing that usually if you hit the green, no matter what you have in, or
Yeah.
like middle green is pretty good. That's obviously very different from yesterday. But yeah, it's trying not to be cocky and just like committing on your lines, committing on your shots,
Yeah.
trying to not hit shots hesitantly. I mean, you're from Scotland. I'm
Yes.
assuming like, in the wind, like if you start being hesitant, the ball just goes wherever the wind wants it
Yeah,
to go.
exactly. Well, you're in a great position anyway at 2 under, so we're gonna see some fun movement tomorrow. That's the goal.
For sure.
What are you thinking about the weather forecast for tomorrow?
I haven't looked yet. I think it's supposed to be a bit windy, but not like it was this morning.
Yeah.
It feels like it's already died down a bit.
Yeah. So what do you expect to see this afternoon? I mean, the cut is fluctuating between +1 and +2. So what do you think is going to happen?
I'd be surprised if it doesn't go to 2, depending on whether the wind picks up again. Might go to 3, but I think definitely 2.
Okay. Well,
What do you think?
Daniela's at 2 over, so
Okay.
we were like, I said to her, "Are you going to have an anxious afternoon?" And she's like, "I don't think it'll be that bad.
No,
I
don't
think
so either. I
that."
think she'll be fine. I think even the people at 3 think they have a shot, and I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah, and let's talk about this event because obviously it's the first Atlantic Beach Classic. Obviously the course is amazing, the club is great, the members are so excited to have the epson-tour here. They're welcoming you guys with open arms. What do you think about the tournament and obviously the fact that this is a new addition to the schedule?
Yeah, I think you kind of said it all. The course is awesome. Like it's so good. I obviously the LPGA is playing at PV this week, and I decided not to Monday, and kind of was feeling iffy about that. But then I got here and I was like, oh,
I'm glad
don't
I'm
regret
here.
my chance at all. Like honestly, like obviously I want to play on the LPGA tour, but like this course to me is more fun than
Okay,
that course.
great. I know.
No, I love the course. The members have been great.
Good.
I think it tells you a lot that a lot of members are hosting players and really excited about that. And then like the welcoming aspect, like in the clubhouse, there's members like going out on the course today while it was pouring. Like I think that says a lot. So yeah, we feel pretty lucky to be here.
Good.
I'm super happy to be playing this course and to be here. So yeah, all positive things, I think.
And Jody Brothers said himself that this is kind of like the blueprint for how things are going to be going forward. So they want to grow the tournaments and make them bigger and have them more like this. So it's just, as you say, you didn't go Monday qualify. A few people did attempt to Monday qualify and then made the journey to come and play in this tournament. And, you summed it up. It's definitely a good thing to be here this week.
100%, yeah. And I think Jody's doing such a good job with like putting tournaments like this on the schedule, and what he's doing to the tour as a whole. Like it's awesome.
Amazing. That's so good to hear. Right, please go and get warm, eat some food, and do your preparation for tomorrow because you're in a great position heading into the final round. Thank you so much. Great talking to you. Dewi Weber there from the Netherlands, our best dressed out on the course today. Oh my gosh, so great. Actually, her score, she's 1 under. They just updated it. So she's still in a good position and could be playing alongside Amelia Lewis tomorrow, our local Jacksonville resident. So we will check that out tomorrow as we're looking at this leaderboard. And Lauren Stevenson is still our leader at 8 under, Sarah White at 7 under par. This leaderboard that we're showing you right now is actually an old leaderboard, and that's from yesterday. But we will have a look at the fact that Lauren is level through 2, Sarah White is 1 over through 5 holes. And we have Karen Chung 2 under through 4. Wow. And she is 6 under, making big moves today. So we'll keep an eye on Karen Chung. But Lauren Stevenson is still our leader at 8 under par, and she is level through 2 holes today. Well, we are here on GK Live TV for the next couple of minutes, and then our coverage will come to an end before we are back for the final round tomorrow of the 2024 Atlantic Beach Classic here at Atlantic Beach Country Club. So exciting. It's such a huge event, and it's great just to see the excitement from the players, from the volunteers, from everyone involved at the epson-tour, just for everything that's going on here, the way that the members have welcomed all the players, and they're just so excited about it. Even in this terrible weather, there was a lot of fans out here enjoying a brilliant fortnight of golf in the local area with the Players' Championship last week, and then, of course, the Atlantic Beach Classic this week. Tomorrow being Saturday, and the weather forecast looks a little bit ropey for the morning, but definitely better late morning into the afternoon. So we're going to have a great finish. We're going to have a really fun atmosphere out here. If you live in the Jacksonville area, then make sure you come here tomorrow. It's going to be a great day out. There's some of our favorite local restaurants are here. So I'm going to go and eat after this and definitely enjoy that. But yeah, honestly, get down here tomorrow at Atlantic Beach Country Club. It's going to be a fantastic race to the finish line in the very first Atlantic Beach Classic on the epson-tour. We are checking the 18th green right now. Thank you so much for joining us today here on GK Live TV. It's been an absolute pleasure. And as I said, we are going to be back tomorrow live. Coverage from 16, 17 and 18 kicking off at 12 noon Eastern here on GK Live TV.